Very good morning, students. This is Jay Vishahan. For this session, I am going to take a new topic, which is D'Alembert's principle. D'Alembert's principle. D'Alembert's principle. This can also be called as an application of Newton's law of motion. The other name of the D'Alembert's principle is dynamic equilibrium. Fine. So the concept of D'Alembert's principle is: assume a horizontal plane. Over this, an object is being placed and an external force is being applied, the magnitude of P. The object's own weight acts vertically downwards of magnitude W. Right. When the object moves towards the positive x direction, its friction acts in the opposite direction of the motion, right? F. When two bodies are in contact, there will be a normal reaction which acts perpendicular to the surface of the body, N. This concept I taught you in Unit 5, friction, right? The difference between the friction and the D'Alembert's principle is, here the D'Alembert principle is an application of Newton's second law. What Newton's second law says: F is equal to ma. F is equal to ma. Here, when a body tries to move in the right hand direction, there will be a resistance force, right? That is called inertia force. So that's the magnitude is ma. The magnitude is ma. So this resistance force or the inertia force is always in opposite direction of motion. So that's the only difference between the D'Alembert's principle and the friction, which I taught you in Unit 5. Right. Suppose the body moves in this direction, the left hand direction of magnitude P, is weight is W, and the friction would be opposite of the motion, and the normal reaction will be perpendicular to the surface of the object N. And the inertia force acts opposite direction of motion, M. Right. So three things you have to remember. That is step 1, draw the free body diagram separately and represent all the external forces acting in the body. While drawing the FBD, the direction of inertia should be taken in the opposite direction of the motion, 1. Second, as usual, you have to apply the equation of equilibrium condition, which is summation V is equal to 0 and summation H is equal to 0. The first one, the inertia force, which is ma, needs to be considered. That will be in the opposite direction of the motion. Second one, equilibrium condition. And third, when a body is placed on the rough surface, the friction and resistance will also be considered. Friction, as you know, as I taught you in the earlier cases or in the earlier unit also, friction would be always opposite direction of motion, right? The friction force also needs to be considered. If it is a smooth plane, then there won't be any friction. Is it clear? Suppose the inclined plane, a body is in place and as an angle of theta or whatever, and a force is acting which is trying to pull the body in the upward direction, is up the plane, and its weight is acting downwards, vertically downwards. Now in this case, the direction, that is direction of motion, is vertically, that means in the upward direction. Therefore the friction will act opposite of this direction. Moreover, the inertia force will also act in this direction, and the normal reaction which will be perpendicular to the surface of the object. Clear? Right. Let me just solve a problem from the D'Alembert principle so that your doubts, everything will be get clarified and will be clear. Let me read out the question first. A block of mass 50 kg resting on a horizontal plane is required to be given an acceleration of 2 meter per second square towards the right by applying a push at an angle of 45 degree with the horizontal. Assuming the coefficient of friction between the block and the plane is 0.4, find the magnitude of the force. So as far as this case is concerned, the diagram or sketch has not been given. So it's our duty to draw the diagram. So let me just draw the diagram. It's a horizontal plane, right? So it's a horizontal plane. A block of mass 50 kg is required to give an acceleration of 2 meter per second square. Okay, fine. Towards right by applying a push of P at an angle of 45 degree. Push. If you put the arrow here, that is pull. If you put this arrow in this direction, this is push of magnitude P at an angle of 45 degree. Towards right by applying a push P with a horizontal 45 degree. Assuming the coefficient of friction between block and plane is 0.4, find the magnitude. So given data, the block weight, that is mass is given, not weight, mass is 50 kg. Therefore W is equal to mg. M is 50 and acceleration due to gravity is 9.81. 50 into 9.81, which works out 490.5. 490.5 Newton. And the acceleration is 2 meter per second square, and mu between the block and the plane is 0.4. Right. To find the magnitude of force P. Solution. First thing what you have to draw is the FBD, the free body diagram. Draw the block. (50 kg) mass. So which has been converted into 490.5 Newton, which usually acts vertically downwards, and there will be a reaction which would be perpendicular to the surface of the block or surface of the object. This can be represented as n, and an external force is being applied to push the block in right hand direction. So this can be mentioned as one vertical and one horizontal component. This can be considered as P sine 45, and this is P cos 45. In this case, the block is moving towards the positive x direction. So therefore, the frictional force would be opposite of the motion. So frictional force is acting in the negative x direction. And inertia force, because we are going to solve this problem by using D'Alembert's principle. What it says, there will be a resistance, that is the inertia force, which would be opposite direction of the motion. So motion is towards right, so the inertia force ma, which acts opposite direction of the motion. Fine. Now I'm going to apply the equilibrium condition. Applying equilibrium condition. Summation h is equal to 0 and summation v equal to 0. Let me resolve all the forces horizontally. So 0 equal to P cos 45, which acts positive x direction, so which carries the positive sign, P cos 45, right? And the F, which is acting in the negative direction, so which can be mentioned as minus, and the MA is also in the negative direction, so M into A. 0 is equal to P cos 45 minus F is nothing but mu into F is equal to coefficient of friction into normal reaction. So mu is 0.4 into N minus M 50 kg. So the unit of M is kg, M into acceleration, which is given 2. Clear? Now P cos 45 minus 0.4 N equal to 100. Equation number 1. Now let me resolve the vertical forces. 0 equal to 490.5, which is acting in the negative direction, so 490.5 plus N, right? Then minus P sin 45. So this can be written as P sin 45 minus P sin 45 plus N equal to 490.5. Equation number 2. Solving equations 1 and 2. Change the mode. Equation, 2 unknowns, so 2a1 as cos 45, b is minus 0.4, c is 100, a2 minus sin 45, N is 1, B2 is 1, C2 is 490.5. So P equal to 698.15 Newton and N equal to 984.17 Newton. So one thing you have to remember, don't forget to mention the inertia force. Inertia force which acts opposite of the direction of motion. So when you solve a problem by using D'Alembert principle, don't forget to put the inertia force MA. Thank you. I'll come up with few more problems by using D'Alembert's principle in my upcoming video lecturing. Thank you.